Hello, Blunt Truth with the Spyderco Sage, the carbon fiber liner lock version with a CPM S30V blade, full flat grind, 3 millimeters thick, 3-inch blade, 2 and 5/8 inch cutting edge. It's a little over 2.5 inch cutting edge. It weighs 3 1/4 ounces, so it's really lightweight. Actually rides excellent in your pocket. You EDC this, or I EDC this all day long at work. That's what I bought it for, as a work knife. Something sheeple friendly. It's not going to scare people, and I can work with it, and I get my favorite steel, CPM S30V. And it has replaced my Twitch too. I finally found a replacement for it, and it works great at work. I wear this in my pocket all day, climbing, doing different things, whatever, and hardly know it's there. It's great, really great. Great EDC knife for medium duty work. Now when I got this, I was under the impression that all CPM S30V Spydercos were made in Colorado, Earth. I didn't know that they made some in Taiwan, planet Taiwan. I didn't watch any reviews of this or anything before I bought it. I just checked around for CPM S30V knives that fit the bill, because that's what I wanted, and this was the only one that I saw that I really liked, so I got it without checking any reviews. And when I saw the word Taiwan on it, I kind of freaked out. I was like, what the F, you know? And I immediately examined every little millimeter of it for any imperfection. I paid $113 for this thing. I was not happy to see Taiwan on the blade. That upset me. But you know, as long as I'm getting my money worth, and I did. This is worth $113. I would buy it again in a heartbeat. I went over this thing, examining every little bit of it for finish work, you know, imperfections in the finish, Taiwan poor quality control, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't equate Taiwan with China, you know, even though I always have. Maybe their quality control is a tad better, I don't know, because this is perfect. It's perfectly finished, perfect fit. They polished everything. They polished the inside of the liners. They polished the jimping. They polished the tang of the blade, where the blade comes up and hits the stop. That's polished. Everything except where the lock slides in to catch there. That's not polished, of course, because it can't be. But everything's polished up really nicely. The whole thing. The inside of the hole, and Spyderco doesn't always do that. Sometimes it's very rough laser cut. But that's polished. Brush finished on the spine. Everything really nice finishing work. Great. Great finishing work. This lines up real nice right there. Everything all lines up and fits, and the blade retention's nice. Everything lines up. It's smooth. It's got, I believe, bronze phosphorus bushings. In the end of the macro vid that I did, I'm showing you inside the knife, taking out the blade and showing you the bushings, so you can see for yourself inside the knife. I know some of you guys like to see inside. Well, I did it. I'm going to show you. And I think they're bronze phosphorus. Look how loose and smooth this is. Yeah. Awesome. Solid lockup. Tight as hell. Can't get tighter. Great. Really great. So, really impressed with the finish, and that this I had a Cali 3 for a short time, and a friend of mine really liked it, so I sold it to him for what I paid for it, intending to buy another one, and I never did buy another one. But the Cali 3 I had carbon fiber, and it didn't look like this. It didn't have the same. It had the same square bump basket weave type texturing, but not as aggressive as this. This is really nice. Really refracts the light in a really interesting way. Really cool. I like that. I don't know if it's coming through on camera. And I like how they got 3 equal sized pins holding it together. And it's just a neat symmetrical look, you know. And they got hourglass shaped pillars two of them holding it, and they drilled these liners out every possible place they could drill it. I count 5 different size holes, drilling it every place they could lighten this up to get it light, and they did real good. And this clip is pretty good. It comes really close down here to where your hand, see how close it comes right here? So when you're grabbing it in this grip for hard use, it's a little close right there, digging into your hand there, but not, you know, not real bad. Clips are always a problem, so it's just something you gotta deal with pocket clips. I did try it without a clip, and it's way better. And this isn't like coat hanger metal, because I took this off to try it without the clip, and I couldn't even bend this. I couldn't even spread these two things apart easy. It's very stiff metal. And it's not painted, it's anodized, so it's not going to just scratch off the finish. It'll wear off eventually, but it's a lot better than paint, and it's painted to match the grayness of the carbon fiber. And the carbon fiber is very tough. As the name implies, it's made with carbon fiber. And I tested it inadvertently. I basically threw it down on a concrete floor and then kicked it across the floor. And it landed right here, and I don't think you can see, but the liner's actually dented in and scratched, but the carbon fiber isn't. I had it sitting on my lap on the fork truck. I was playing with it like this in my doing nothing time on the fork truck, and I set it down in my lap to do something else and forgot about it. And then when I jumped off the fork truck, it went flying, banged into the concrete right here, scratched the liner, didn't do anything to the scale at all. And then it hit right in front of me, and I kicked it in my next step, and it went sliding across the floor, and I can't see any damage from it sliding. I'm not sure if it slid this way or this way, but there's no damage. I mean, really tough, and I thought I screwed it up good. I did scratch the hell out of the blade in my first day of using it. There's this big scratch right through the Spyderco logo, right through the Spyder. I did my macro shots in the macro vid right out of the box before I did anything with it, because I wanted, you know, have nice macro shots. But now it's all scratched up, the blade is. Let's see. The bushings are excellent. I think they're bronze phosphorus. They really work good. Really smooth knife. I put my good lube in there, so of course it works real good with that. So I think I've hit all the good things about it. I like it, and I EDC it at work. Now let me tell you a bad thing. When I took it to work and used it the first day on cardboard, it sucked. It sucked on the cardboard. It wouldn't go through it good at all. Not at all. And I learned something with this knife. I learned how important it is to have a smooth finish on the blade. This had, and I know they did this just for looks, it had a very aggressive, coarse, vertical line grinding. You could run your fingernail up it and it would vibrate up the blade. You'd feel all the grooves. And I see why they did it, because it's not like the Tenacious all wavy. It was perfectly even grinding. It's just they did it to give it a brushed look, to give it a aesthetic, you know, grind that they thought looked good. Apparently it did look okay, but it had to go because it was like sandpaper going through the cardboard. It would just jam in. And I talked to some friends online, and they, you know, PM and other guys on YouTube, and they agree with me that that's probably the problem. So what I did was use one of these on my Dremel, a polishing brush head, and polished the shit out of it for a long time. I even turned the Spyder into a dull gray color. I polished that right away. That was nice and black. Now it's grayish, but I just polished the shit out of both sides of it. Now it's smooth, and now it slices excellent in the cardboard, as you're going to see in the test. It does great on cardboard. So the finish was too aggressive. I never had a knife. I compared it to other knives I had. None of them had that, like, almost like file groove finish on it, the grinding lines. So I got rid of that, polished it right off, and now it's smooth and it slices great, holds an edge great, Really good knife. I really like it, and it goes in your pocket. You don't even know, this low rider, you don't even know you got this thing in your pocket all day long. 3¼ ounces. Rides right in there nice all day. Pull it out when you need it. Works great. Nice and smooth. You do all your Spidey openings. You know, great. Nice knife. Highly recommended. It's well worth 113, even if it does say Taiwan. I'd rather it don't, that's for sure, but you're getting a hell of a knife. You're getting your 113 worth. I like it. Thumbs up. Watch part 2 and see it cut. Thank you.